Hi, it's time now for the children's activity, and I'm going to do a little trick for you, another little trick, a little bit scientific again, and again it's on the theme of the Holy Spirit because that's what we're talking about today. So you're going to need some things to help you do this, and you're going to need a bowl and some water. I've got mine in a jug, but you can get yours out of the tap. We're going to need a cork, just an ordinary wine cork. Hopefully you've got one of those in your house or something made of cork. We're going to need a needle. There it is, just an ordinary sewing needle. We don't do a lot of sewing in this house, but we've still got some. And we're going to need a magnet. And you might not think you've got a magnet, but you probably have, because you've probably got one in your fridge, or lots. I've got a nice fridge magnet here of Palestine, and on the back there's the shiny bit, that's the magnet. Also going to need a chopping board. I've got a nice heart-shaped one here. I thought that was suitable, given that the theme is not just the Holy Spirit, it's also Jesus' commandments, which are that we love one another and that we love Him. And you're also going to need a sharp knife, which means you may also need an adult. So, first thing to do is to ask your adult, if appropriate, to help you take your cork and chop a nice little slice off it, just about a nice good thick slice, about that much, and try and cut it nice and evenly so that it's the same thickness both sides. I get into trouble for my house for cutting the bread not evenly, but that's what we want. And if you take your needle now, that's the next thing we need to do, is to get our water and put it in our bowl. Amazing how often water comes up when in discussions of the Holy Spirit. It's a very spiritual substance. So we're going to take our needle and put it on our cork and see what happens. And what you may not be surprised to hear happens is not very much. So just, here we go. I'm going to put my cork on the water, and I'll lift that up, and I'll have to pull the camera down so you can see a bit better. There we go. I'm going to put my needle carefully on my cork, put it in the middle of my bowl, and let go. Hope the needle doesn't fall off. It's sort of going around a little bit in circles, but it doesn't really know which way what it's supposed to do. If I give it a little push, it doesn't do very much. It could be a bit more in the middle, but there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our needle and our magnet. I'm going to magnetize one end of our needle. So we take the magnet and we give it a good rub. Now you need to do this quite a long time. I mean, I would count to 100 while you're doing it. That's what I did, because if you just do it for a few seconds, it doesn't work so well. You need to just rub that one end of the needle over the magnet and, yeah, count to 100. And then, when you've done that, we're going to put the needle on the cork again, and we'll see what happens this time. So I'm going to try and put my cork in the middle of my bowl. They do float around like anything. I'll tilt the camera forward again a bit so we can see a bit better what's going on. Well, that's it. Put my needle on. Let's see what happens this time. And it swings round. And it's actually swinging round to the north, which I know is that way. Another little needle here. If I agitate it by putting the needle near above it, then the needle jumps up. But you will find that, and I'll just do that one more time, that when you put your needle in and you've magnetized it properly, that it knows which way to go, because what we've created is, that's right, we've created a compass of our very own home materials. So I'll just put that on there. That should swing round, and it does swing. We see it, watch it swinging around. Swings round to where north is, which is off to this way over here. And that's pretty accurate now. And if we give it a little turn around, and I've just nudged it, you watch, see it's swinging back round to the north. I'm going to give it one more nudge while I hold this up here. Boing, boing, I twisted it right round, and it carried on round so that it could go back to where it wants to be, which is pointing over here, which is north. And I'm sorry that the light is not great and you can't see very well. But believe me, it's very pleasing when you do that, and the first time you don't do it, nothing happens at all. It just floats about aimlessly, and the second time it determines it really wants to point north. And what's the point? The point is that sometimes we need something to show us the way, and a compass is a traditional way to show us the way. I know you sat-nav now, but in the old days people were very heavily reliant on the North Star, which they knew was in the north, but if it was cloudy they used a compass, and we've just made a compass to show us the way. But when we don't know what thing to do in our lives, what's the best thing to do? Should we help this person or help this person, or go to church or not go to church, or do what we're asked when we're asked by other people in our house, our parents or whoever, and we ask the Holy Spirit what is the right thing to do. The Holy Spirit will always tell us if we pray to it, and point steadily forward like our compass does. And that was it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed making it. Thank you very much.